What's up, people? I'm Lindsay Geektron, and this is LolKing's League Trends for the week of February 3rd, 2015, and this week's show is brought to you by Full Sail University. If you've ever considered working behind the scenes to create video games, Full Sail University offers programs that can prepare you for a future in the industry. Whether you're interested in coding, art, producing, or mobile game development, there's a game degree program at Full Sail University that can teach you the tech, tools, and workflow used by today's studios. Full Sail students receive a laptop along with game industry software at a deep institutional discount. They also offer a wide variety of on-campus and online degrees in fields that relate to the entertainment and media industry. So if this gets your juices flowing and your engine revved, check out fullsail.edu/league trends to learn more. This week's featured champions include Tristana, Akali, Nidalee, Fizz, Kassadin, and Rek'Sai. Also, RAPMP's Deathfire Grasp. Hashtag never forget, always in our hearts. Let's dive into Summoner's Rift. This week, the reworked Tristana is a hot cookie, and tops our increased pick rates at 9.6%. Annie, Ahri, Vi, and Nidalee are her fellow starlets. The once Megling, now Yordle Gunner, has mostly the same abilities, but plays pretty differently. Her explosive charge ability is no longer a simple dot. It can now deal up to twice as much damage if she lands consecutive auto attacks on the target. Her jump is a little different now as well, but the long and short of it is that Tristana is now a burst champion. She now gains less attack speed per level, range 2 as her draw a bead passive got nerfed. She does crazy damage as she activates her 5 seconds of rapid fire attack speed and stacks explosive charge. But once both of these are gone, her auto attacks are really nothing special. Players need to judge the situation and decide if blowing their damage will get the kill, as both abilities have a really long cooldown. Keep an eye out for Miss Trist on the Rift. Decreased pick rates for this week include Lucian, Akali, Vayne, Thresh, and Lee Singa. Akali has been directly nerfed with no compensation. Okay, maybe Hextech Gunblade is a tiny bit better, whatever. Her Shadow Dance ultimate has less range, and Crescent Slash no longer detonates the second half of Mark of the Assassin. Akali must now actually auto-attack to detonate the mark, which forces her to get closer. It also means that in lane, she will be taking substantially more minion damage, as abilities don't trigger minion aggro while auto-attacks do. These nerfs hurt, but Akali will still smack most ADCs in a duel, as her actual damage hasn't been touched. She will have a tougher time in laning phase, but the potential for her to carry while ahead is probably still there, so don't underestimate her. If she's on the other side, then, as always, carry pinks and upgrade your sweepers. That goes for everybody, not just supports. Hashtag LCS Big Plays. Champions with increased win rates are Ahri, Nidalee, Eternal Underdog Urgot, Soraka, and Gragas. Nidalee is now a jungler! Say what? Yeah, we're serious. She can now apply her Hunted debuff to neutral monsters to increase her damage and mobility in the jungle. She therefore has one of the fastest clear times. You can also use her Primal Surge heal to stay topped off. Goody! It may seem that Nidalee is reliant on landing spears to gank, but she can use Cougar Form's Pounce to close distance first before throwing them. The ability can also be used to jump over walls, allowing Nidalee to get behind enemies or invade wards. She doesn't bring crowd control to a team, but is great at following up an ally's engage. If your team comp cannot lock people down, then alternatively you can group mid and start poking. Javelin Toss is not as vicious as it was once upon a time, but can still be used to harass people off turrets and win sieges. Watch out for this gal and her stupid spears, both in competitive and in solo queues. Our most unfortunates this week, aka champions with decreased win rates, are Fizz, Akali, Cassiopeia, Rek'Sai, and Nocturne. Fizz ate a double whammy in the last patch. Not only was Deathfire Grasp removed, but the numbers on most of his abilities were moved around. One of Fizz's old strengths was that he didn't actually rely on his Chum the Water's ultimate to get kills. The burst from his regular abilities was often more than enough to take out a carry. That is no longer the case. Fizz's base damage has been decreased, but Chum the Waters now allows Fizz to briefly deal 20% increased magic damage to the target. He is now dependent on that shark to reliably assassinate targets. Can Fizz players adapt to this change? The jury is still out, but signs aren't good. Fizz can do tricky plays with his low cooldowns, but already pays a price in the form of his weak laning phase. Now that his mid and late game are so ultimate dependent, it may be hard to justify playing Fizz if you're trying your hardest in ranked. However, he will always be a fun champion. Kassadin leads our ban rate increase for the week and is followed by Jarvan 4, Cassiopeia, and Ahri. 5th place Azir doesn't have the largest increase, but now takes another throne as League's most banned champion. Kassadin has experienced no direct changes lately, but benefits from nerfs to several lane bullies in both the top and mid lanes. Double AP comps are also popular lately, which primes the meta for Kassadin to dominate. He takes reduced magic damage thanks to his Voidstone passive, and also gains a magic-only shield when he uses his Null Sphere ability. He isn't a strong laner early, but can survive well enough, especially if he times his shield well to eat up enemy harassment. Gaining his Riftwalk ultimate allows him to close the gap on ranged champions, but more importantly, opens him up to roam and make plays on the map. Kassadin doesn't quite have the sustained damage of other mages as the game goes on, but makes up for it with his incredible mobility. He can have trouble though against reliable burst and CC from champions such as Vayne or Lulu. Watch out for jerk-faced Kassadin on the Rift. We round out this week with decreased ban rates. Fizz, Akali, Rek'Sai, LeBlanc, and Zed are all enjoying a little more freedom, although it's all relative as none of them look like they are quite out of jail just yet. Rek'Sai in particular merely moves from most banned champion to second most banned champion. Woohoo! The beast has taken another set of damage nerfs, but also received a small buff. Her Unburrow ability knocks targets up, but cannot do so again for a short time. This on-target cooldown has been reduced by 2 seconds at all ranks, so now she brings more crowd control to an extended teamfight. As far as teammates go, Rek'Sai is still a strong and versatile jungler that fits into most team comps. Her Tunnel and Void Rush abilities give her unique mobility, both in skirmishes and across the map. She has no major weaknesses, but isn't the greatest at chasing down carries, so don't overcommit to diving in teamfights. Watch out for the Void Burrower in LCS and in solo queue. And that is it for this week's episode. Please be sure you check back every Tuesday for the latest League of Legends picks, bans, and win rates. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, LolKing's, and also make sure you share this video around and check out this week's sponsor, fullsail.edu/league trends. I'm Lindsay Geektron. You can follow me on Twitch TV at Lindsay Geektron. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see everybody next week.